Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back with another video talking about Battlefield again. And some of the controversy that's going on around that. If you want to see my last video where I just talked about how excited I am for the game and all the new stuff that I've heard about it, I talk about the trailer, I show some concept art and screenshots. Check out my last video. Let me know what you think in the comments section if you're excited for the game as well, and if you just want to hear my thoughts overall and the whole review event and all that. But in this one, I just want to talk about some of the stuff, that they're getting backlash for, not only having a female character, but the whole customization part of it as well, and how inaccurate that may be. I'll say it now because I don't want to hear it in the comment section later. Everything here in my channel, in my videos, is just my thoughts, my opinions. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them or anything like that, or argue with me about it. Yes, you can click away. So yes, let's get started. So as I stated before in my last video, I did say that Battlefield is more realistic than other games, other war games. It's been touted that way. I know sometimes people do like to mention it more as this is realistic, or this is really like a sim type of thing, and it's really not. If anything, maybe some of the devs have said, yeah, we try to do as realistic as possible or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it is a game. It does have its things that make it stand out, make you, it takes you out of the immersion and everything like that. So obviously, it's not realistic at all. This is not a documentary in any way, even if they've recently started adding war stories, which are based on real stories, and then they put them in game or anything like that. They did that in the last game. They're going to do that again. So even though with that aspect, I guess in some way you could say EA or DICE is confusing some of the gamers out there that tout it as a realistic game, true to life type of thing, as opposed to what it is, which is just a game with some realistic stuff in it. So I just think it's interesting that people automatically say Battlefield is real and Call of Duty is not, when really neither of them are. There's hardly any game out there that is true to life. If you've been in the war, if you're a veteran, if you talk to a veteran, you know that, it's close, and there's some things there that are real and really, like, wow, I guess stand out, whether it be the gun recoil or the vehicles or anything like that. But then, that's just a game. At the end of the day, it literally takes you right back out of it, and you're like, oh yeah, but it's a game, so that's not real, or that's not real. So then people who actually are soldiers or veterans, they actually know, this and this and this, like they can name other things in the game that are not real at all. But anyway, I don't understand why there's such a giant issue with having females in this game. I know it's World War II, and it's been talked about a lot because of the whole, the cover and everything like that. To be completely honest, in that trailer itself, if you look at it, there's like 34 male soldiers around the battlefield and only one female who respawns or whatever the case may be. And yet, people are touting it like, oh man, there's gonna be chicks all over the battlefield. Yeah, there might be some chicks in the battlefield when you're playing multiplayer, but that's because of the whole customizing feature. Nowhere in that trailer did you see like 6 chicks or anything like that, or 6 females or 6 women running around. There was mostly men, so that's still accurate because there was more soldiers than female soldiers. And I know now everything's being pointed out, the fact that that was a British female, and British females weren't in the war and whatever, or anything like that. And then they started pointing out the ones that were, and they weren't even in the front line. They were doing other things on the side. Okay, whatever. That's not the point. The point is this is a game, and Battlefield, or EA, mostly, maybe a little bit of DICE, they want to show the female gamers, hey look, you're being represented. Hey look, if you want to play as a female, we'll have that option for you. You don't have to. How long have I been playing Battlefield games and Call of Duty games, and I never picked a female? And it didn't bother me. So obviously this is not something that I've been mad about, asking for, raging about. I just been playing the game, because at the end of the day, we're all gamers. So gamers play games. And that's what I do whenever I've played COD, whenever I played Gears or anything like that. I play as whatever character they give me, and I have fun playing that game. If I don't like the game, I stop playing the game. And then it's nice when they throw in a female character in the following games. Eventually, they add them. I really like that. And there's nothing wrong with that because Gears added that, and some people had an issue. One of the best-selling Gears, right? Gears 3. And then okay, let me relax because I'm already getting a little bothered by this situation just because of an option and how apparently the game has to be historically accurate down to the T. Now, rumor is that they wanted to put females in Battlefield 1 right off the bat, like from the get. But it was already getting backlash or whatever because of the black soldiers. And then eventually that got debunked, and then it was like, great story came out of that. Proven to be factual, whatever. And then at the end of the day, people are just like, yeah, just enjoy the game for what it is. You know, you got horses in the game that are going crazy, jumping on top of buildings. You know, this is fine. Horses on top of tanks, you know, this is whatever. You're just playing it for fun of it. And yeah, if you want to enjoy the story, the war stories, and feel immersed in that sense, sure, that's there as well. But obviously, the multiplayer can get a little bit goofy sometimes. So then COD came out with World War II, and there was females in that, and holy shit, people started flipping out. But, you know, come to find out, COD has, like, boxes falling from the sky. And, yeah, you could say, you know, that's loot crates or whatever falling. Then cars pop out, right? And then we get little microtransactions. We got colorful guns. We got little stuff hanging from our guns. It's just not realistic at all because it's Call of Duty. You're just playing it for fun. You're just going in there knowing you're gonna spawn and die. It's just a Twitch shooter. It's not about the female, the male, the black guy, the white guy, or anything like that. Now, should women be in all the games? No, I don't think so. I'm a female, and I know that you shouldn't just have a female in the game just because we need females in the game. No, make sense out of it. If you want to have a female in the game, for a good reason. I understand why they're putting females in war stories and Battlefield campaign. They're going to tell us a story that happened in real life. And yeah, it is a little bit goofy that they're in the multiplayer. Okay, we understand that. But I don't mind having females in games. I just don't think they should just throw females in there for the hell of it. Change the whole cast of Gears of War to females only. No, I don't think that they should do that. And I don't like when they do that in Hollywood anyway. So yeah, do I want this in Battlefield? Yes. Yes, I do. I want to be able to play as a female. I've actually felt like that for a while, but it didn't bother me to like, hey, I'm going to make a video and rant about this or whatever, because I played whatever they gave me. I played with the options that were there. But I did wish, because as soon as Gears and COD started adding females on their games, then I was like, oh, I wish Battlefield did that. It was just a thought, and then I kept it moving. So yeah, I'm okay with this being an option in Battlefield right now. Someone was pointing out that what if a child plays this and thinks that it is real, that females were in the front line? First of all, I was like, so? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but also, they should be learning about history in school, not from a video game. When people know that they're going to play video games, even as much as gamers and developers want all the respect from everyone to be taken seriously, is at the end of the day it's still a video game. The word game is still in there, which, you know, pertains to having fun, having a good time, enjoying something, being entertained, or whatever the case may be. So the fact that somebody's worried that a child's gonna play this and think that that's historically accurate, that's dumb. Also, there shouldn't be a child playing this game because it's rated M for the violence. But anyway, I heard someone say that argument somewhere, and I was just like, oh my god, here we go. So, in my opinion, who's mad? Well, I guess you could say a little bit of everyone when it comes to apparently SJWs, which by the way I hate that term, historians, oh yeah, they're upset as well, and then sexist, because how dare you have a female on the front of the cover of the game and also be in the front line of the video game trailer. Like, how dare you do this? Because she shouldn't be there, right? She should be off cooking, taking care of the kids, or making weapons, or working in the factories, or whatever else. So it's just really odd to me, because it just feels like it's a whole bunch of close-minded people talking and arguing and getting upset over this, which is not really that important. Yeah, I'm chiming in, I'm talking about it because this is my channel, this is my gaming channel, and I do understand that everybody gets their own, freedom of speech, and they could share their thoughts on everything, and if you want to shit all over the game, and if you want to say that EA is dumb, and, they're shitting on World War II, or whatever, that's fine, you could say that, but to go out of your way and put hate on people's comment section or their tweets or automatically blame SJW and feminism and all this stuff, it's like, really? You're starting an argument or you're starting crap for nothing because you're the one that's upset about this trailer, about this game that's coming out, not me. I'm looking forward to seeing more about it. I want to see how it makes sense in the game. And if I have fun playing it, so be it. I don't understand people sometimes. Because they just can't understand that this is a game where you die, you come back, you play, you revive people from the freaking dead, right? They don't understand that, like, you could spawn into a vehicle. Magic, yo. They don't get that. I think I made the point, the fact that it is a game and people need to calm down. But also, I could sit here and I could also blame the developer, because EA and DICE do tend to confuse people when they boast about all these real mechanics that they're putting into the game, when they're like, hey, you could revive someone, and it's more intimate, and you could drag them to the side so you won't get shot, and you could revive them that way. You could actually pick up ammo from the floor and put it in your gun. You could see that animation. When you're down, you could ask for help. Like, yeah, they're putting more realistic features in the game, but it is what it is. Obviously, they want inclusiveness. They want to add more females. And like I said earlier, when they wanted to put females in Battlefield 1 from the start, we all know that eventually they added them as DLC and stuff like that. I don't think they did a great job at it because I didn't like the whole whatever that they did with it, in my opinion. But either way, that's another thing. DICE and EA just want sale. They just want to. I mean, I heard someone say this, and to a certain extent, I was like, I guess. But then I was like, well, yeah, there's some point to that. Even if I just like the fact that it's a game and I could play a female if I want. Yeah, they do want my money. They want me to feel like I could customize that female character and I could buy stuff from them. So that's what, it comes down to their business. They don't care about your feelings in a certain way, because it does seem like they care about some feelings out there right now, since they're commenting a lot about this. But either way, at the end of the day, maybe that's just developers. But anyway, EA is a company. They want to make money. So if they see that their female demographic has grown, they want to cater to that. They want to make sure that we stay in their pocket, right? And in their game. Buy stuff from them. And I don't agree that they should do that. I don't want to sit there and waste my money buying microtransactions. As long as the game is good, that's how I'll play it. And that's what I've been doing since Bad Company 1. I've been playing the game because it's fun. I don't care if I'm playing a dude. I'm first person. I don't look at my character anyway. So it doesn't matter to me. To a certain extent, right? And then, yeah, there was that time where I was like, oh man, it would be cool if I had a female character. That one time. So, yeah, you could say it's a little of both. But now they're not saying, hey, we're the most realistic shooter army game out there, World War II game out there. They're saying, hey, we're going back to our roots. This is how we started World War II, and also we want inclusiveness and we want this game to be fun. Then obviously this whole controversy of people saying, oh, I don't care about the females being in the game. Yeah. We all know they were World War II. That's fine. But the game doesn't look like a World War II game. So the game just looks like a hot mess because of the characters. They look funky, different. They don't look like soldiers. Some of the gameplay and stuff like that I don't know. Some people are saying it looks cartoony. I didn't see that, but whatever. So now they're throwing that whole thing out there, and this is probably the whole historian side of it, not the whole sexist part of it, where they're just saying, hey, the game doesn't look like a World War II game, period. It's disgusting. I'm offended. So then there's that whole thing happening as well. So yeah, I guess you could say that they're confusing people to a certain extent, but I mean, doesn't people also say that, you know, Assassin's Creed is historically accurate to some extent? But it's not. Like, there's some goofy stuff that happens in that game. It's not accurate at all. I wouldn't want a perfectly an army game. I don't want that. First of all, I think it would be boring. No offense to any veterans or any soldiers out there. For me to play a war game, that would be boring. Because if you want something that's perfect and realistic, there's not going to be just running around and shooting people. Because that's not what war was or war is. There's a lot of other things that go on besides that. And people tend to forget that stuff. And the media tends to brush it off, and they only talk about when crazy shit happens, kidnappings or bombings and people getting, you know, trapped and stuff like that. So I think that if you want a perfectly accurate war game, in my opinion, it would be boring, and also it would be sad. The whole thing would be sad, and I would be depressed, and I don't want that. So I just think it's interesting that we get a game like this where we can experience it and have some fun with it, but I don't want it to be perfectly accurate. No, thank you. At the end of this, and I'm sorry, this is a long freaking video, way longer than what I thought it was going to be. I just think that some people just get angry, get upset, and waste their time for things that don't really matter. I play games to have fun, to try things that I've never tried before, to experience things I had never experienced before, to fight the zombies, to, you know, chainsaw locusts, and yet people out here really fighting about this female on the cover, female in the game, and how unrealistic to World War II the game looks. And that's fine if you want to waste your time on that. I think it's dumb. That's just my opinion. Everything here I said is my opinion. But let me know what some of you positive people want to say in the comments section. Let me know what you think of this video. Maybe you know, you agree with me. Maybe you don't agree with me. But, you know, maybe say it in a nice way and constructive way instead of automatically pointing the finger and screaming at me because I'm a female. So obviously I would like all the girls to be in all the games and all the women to take over the gaming industry. That's totally what I want, right? Alright, see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out all the description and links, and check out the last video where I talk about positive Battlefield news. Alright, bye!